Hey my friends, I'm Mike and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Ocoopa rechargeable hand warmer, 10,000 milliamps. Let's go. The Ocoopa hand charger offers PD 3.0 and QC 3.0 fast charging. It also has instant 5-second heating, lasts for 8 to 15 hours of usage time depending on which setting you have it on. It can be fully charged within 3.5 hours from a USB-C wall charger and offers also a 10,000 milliamp battery supply. Let's see exactly what she's got inside this box. She's very tightly packaged. Now I've been wanting to do this for a while when these first came out, and I wasn't sure if the technology would support what I wanted to use it for. But that was like 3 or 4 years ago, and now things have gotten, what I'm hearing, a little bit better. So now that winter's coming, I thought what a great time to get this hand charger or hand warmer and see exactly how well it works. Here's the box that it comes in. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, directions. But you know what we do with them. The hand warmer itself and a lanyard. I want to make sure there's nothing else in the package with it. No, but it is a nice little box, which I'll probably keep it in when I have it in storage or when I'm not using it during the summer months. The color I have is a sky gray. This does come in 3 colors: sky gray, an orange, and a blue. Let me see. Now this is first impression. Let me see how this feels in my hand. It's very comfortable. It's not very big, as you can see. And it's got a silicone feel to it, which is pretty comfortable. Here's the power button. I know it has 3 settings, high, medium, low, and I know that affects the length of time that it'll stay on. Now, this is not charged. This is direct out of the box. I have not charged this yet, but I'm going to turn it on and see how it does. Okay, here's the power button, as you can see right here. I'm going to turn it on. I know one press puts it in low. I didn't read the directions, so here we go. That's one long press, I think, if I remember correctly. Yes, one long press, and let me hold this. 1, 2, 3, it's getting warm. 4, it's warm. 5. Now, that statement is true. It does get warm within 5 seconds. These on the website, it says these get up to 120, from 120 degrees to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. And on that first setting, that's warm. And you can see right here, this little orange LED that shows you're on the first setting. That is really warm. As a matter of fact, that would be nice and comfortable in frigid temperatures. That would be really nice to even hold on to. Now, what I purchased this for was simple. I use a lot of the hand warmers when I'm out in extreme cold camping. I like to keep them with me. But of course, as we all know, a lot of those have an expiration date. If you don't use them in a certain amount of time, guess what? They don't work anymore when you take them out. And lately, I've accumulated them through holidays and birthdays and things of that nature, that I have an pretty good size inventory of them, and I'm not getting to use them as fast as I want to. So lately, what I've been doing is when I go out on a cold temperature hike or a camping or backpacking trip, I take 4 or 5 because sometimes only 2 work. That's not a problem with the product. There's nothing wrong with hand warmers, the brand. It's that I haven't used them before I was supposed to. This is what I got to take that place of those. It weighs, I think they said 5 grams. I will research that or put it up in the page, up in the video. But that is extremely warm, and I got these so when I'm camping, not just to keep my hands warm, but when I'm out in the woods, what I like to do is I used to put hand warmers on my chest, on my heart, as I bleed. I put hand warmers usually on my chest, so as the blood pumps through my heart, it helps keep everything else warm. It works great for me, and sometimes I've thrown 2 or 3 of these, 2 or 3 of the hand warmers in my sleeping bag, but they can get a little too hot at times, and of course, you can't regulate the temperature. But I can tell you right now, on 1, this thing is hot to hold, really hot. Now I'm going to put it on 2, which I expect it to be just as hot, as you can see it from the second LED. Now it's getting hotter. That is hot. It's actually making me sweat. That's hot. I wish I had a thermometer with me, a laser thermometer to check it. That's the one thing I failed. I should have had that with me, guys. I'm sorry. Well, after I recorded that, when I got home, I made sure I got up my laser thermometer and put this to the test. You'll see the temperatures that this puts out on each of its 3 settings. It's on setting 1. As you can see, it topped out at 112. 114. It looks like it's maintaining around 109 to 114. At setting 2, it's reaching its max at about, mine reached up to 125 at 1 second. And then it regulates at about 119. And at setting 3, it's gotten up to 136 degrees, 137. So as it stated, it does meet all those ranges. Good, I'm glad I got that test through. So it looks like at setting 1, it regulates at around 109 degrees. At setting 2, it regulates about a 124 with spikes up and dips. And in setting 3, it does reach up to 135 degrees. And 3, the third LED lit up. Man, that is really hot. It's making me sweat. Yeah, this product actually does what it says. Now, as far as lasting, I'm going to put that to the test. But from what I'm seeing right now, 5-second instant heat, and it is hot. This will definitely keep me comfortable and warm on my cold adventures. So I can say that much about it as of right now. I will test it out in the cold this winter. I will take it with me and see how it does maybe on family outings or sitting around a campfire. My wife will test it, put it in her hands to keep her warm. I'm just curious at how long the 10,000 milliamp battery lasts, how long it will last, because this can also be used as a battery bank when you're not using it for heat. That's really warm, guys. And then you can double click the power button and it's off. That's really nice. I like that. And it has a USB, a micro USB, and a USB-C port. Okay, now I've turned it off and it's been about 30 seconds and now it's more than comfortable to hold on to. It really feels good in the hand. It's very comfortable. It's not awkward. I don't see this thing being very awkward to hold on to. It's not like a brick or some of those battery banks that we hold on to. I'm really happy with what I've seen so far from it. Of course, this is just my first impression. I'm going to put it to use. Some other highlights of it is this has what they say on the webpage, it can be recharged up to 800 times. So every time you drain this battery bank, either through using it as so every time you drain this hand warmer, either through using it as for heat or using it as a battery bank, it can be recharged up to 800 times. That's pretty impressive. We'll see if that does that. I don't know if I'll be able to put it through 800 uses. It would probably take me 12, 15 years to do that, but I will use it as much as I can. Another thing I've done several times when I've been out in deep winter camping is I've had to use water babies. I know we all have done this from time to time, but they do work. Water baby is basically when you get your water and boil it, and then you pour it into a Nalgene bottle or something of that nature which can hold boiling water. And then what you do is you screw the cap on real tight and you can put those in your sleeping bag with you and go to sleep. I did that on my very last negative camp I did when it was like -4 degrees, and they work great. But with this, I really think that might be a thing of the past. I might not have to worry about that anymore, because my nightmare was always, every time I'm camping, I'm always thinking that maybe one of those bottles are going to break while I'm sleeping. So I've always had that little bit of fear in the back of my mind. With this little baby right here and its weight, I could see me possibly buying a couple of these when I go on a nice cold camp or a cold backpacking trip. I would easily carry 2 or 3 of these and throw them on my sleeping bag. That thing will be nice and warm by the time I go to bed. So there you go, my friends. That's my first impression of the Ocoopa 10,000 milliamp hand warmer. I look forward to using it this winter. I'll get back with you on a follow-up video on how well it performed. As always, like, share, and subscribe. It does help the channel, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye, guys.